I'm Tracy with your Intuitive Weekly Vlog, and this week's session is our Ask Tracy episode number 3, where I answer my subscribers' questions that they've put down in the 4-week period before the next episode. So if you weren't able to get your question in for the 3rd episode here today, you have 4 weeks from today to the Thursday before the Monday, because I record on Thursdays, to get your question in. And I ask you to, use me, guys. I know everyone has questions, and don't be shy. Be vague in your question if you have to, if you're really concerned. When the answer comes, it'll be one that only you can decrypt, sorry. It would not even be one that I could interpret for you, for the message is always for the person receiving it. Okay, so let's move on here. I have a question from Janine T, and her question is, what more can I do to reach my goals of connecting with my guides, to hear and see aura too? Now, we had done one, how to connect with your spirit guides, in our Ask Tracy. I think that was the first episode, Ask Tracy episode 1, so you can go there for anyone who's interested in that. But we also in the archives have Meet Your Guides, a tutorial on how to meet your spirit guides. But let's go see what Whitehawk has to say about like hear and seeing aura, as she's asking here. I think I'll go to this side. I'm just more comfortable. Okay. Indeed. Excuse me. What can we say regarding connecting and being more assured and aware of spirit and energy around us? For when we speak of auras, we are certainly speaking of energy. For indeed what the aura is simply the energy field of the person you are seeing. So, how do we connect better with the aura? Or how do we see the aura? Or how do we receive energy messages that are coming to us? These are good questions, and I will answer them as briefly as one could possibly in the time we have been allotted. Well, and I see a shape in the form of a human coming towards us, and it's so you'd see the human, and it's all black in the shape of the human, and then you kind of see the highlight or the outline of the human. Indeed, Whitehawk continues, this is what the aura is. And so auras come in various shades and colors and tints and shadows. And not only will it be rainbow-like, it will be broken-like, it will be shady-like, it will be vibrating-like. So there are many textures to an aura as well, children. And so for those who have the gift of being able to see an aura, and for those of you who feel you do not have a gift, worry not, for it is something that you can develop. For intuition is something all of us and many of us can develop. So if it is what you are wishing, then it is what will come to fruition. And so when it comes to aura, the best thing one could do to see an outline of someone, even a pet or a bird, is to do it in dim lighting. So it's like we're sitting in a room now where it's very, very dim lighting, and perhaps maybe there's only a candle on the table or something. It's not really dim lighting. Let's say the lights are out, but there's a candle on the table, and you're sitting across from each other at a table. And if you were to look, you would see this vague outline of the person. And Whitehawk says, indeed, that is what you are seeing. You are seeing their aura. And indeed, there is much information that is in a person's aura, and it is one way to connect and to get the information, such as Tracy is doing with channeling now, or is another way that we can get information about the person in front of us. And so if you were to see a gray sort of static around a person, that would tell you that they themselves are feeling gray and staticky, that an indication that they are not clear, that they feel down, that the fog, there's a lot of fog in that area of their head, and perhaps they need some clarity in their life, or they're being pressed down. So he says, if you were to think of a gray cloud, it is not clear, it is not happy, it is not bright. It signifies doom. If you think in regards to a storm, it signifies doom. It signifies lack of happiness, that the air is not clear with them. So again, indeed, maybe they're not clear about something in their life and it's dragging them down. He says, and in regards to auras, that is very much what it is like. So if you were to see that, that's what you could interpret it as. And when you say, this is what I am interpreting the gray static as, then that's what it becomes each time you interpret it. But then if you are to move on and you were to see somebody and they come to you and they're just all black, he's laughing, he says, I would tell you to turn and run the other way. Because there is so much muddiness in this person, there is so much darkness in this person, that you do not want to be around this person. Turn and walk away. I'm not kidding, children, when I say this. Turn and walk away. And, rid yourself of this person, because there is a lot of darkness in that person. A lot of darkness. Yes, a lot of darkness. But on the opposite side of the coin, if you were to see someone who is light of hand, then the energy around them would be freer flowing, and it would be a clearer color, kind of crystalline even. But again, keep in mind, if it's a busy crystalline energy around them, then they are a very busy and kind of could be even imbalanced kind of person with all that kind of crazy energy. A more grounded kind of energy that is going to come to you in regards to auras is going to be a golden sort of yellow color that comes. And I use the head a lot, he says, for indeed that is where we will mainly see, is from the shoulders up. You will get a clearer indication from the shoulders up. So anyone with that golden hue is going to be a little more balanced, a little more grounded. And although it does take some time, children, to manage what it is that you are seeing, just like everything else in life, the more you do it, the more you work with it, the better you get at it, and the better you understand it. And I just want to jump in here quickly, because JC, Jesus, whom I kindly call JC, has jumped in here. And he's like, whew! So, because sometimes they knock so hard trying to get your attention, and you don't hear them. And he says, yes, I have to come and speak to this one, he says, before we go. Okay, he says, Ginny, he says, sit down. I need to talk to you urgently about an issue that you have not been paying attention to, that you have been letting go by the wayside. And there is urgency in him, it's in his voice as well. Yes, sit. And he has you sit down by a wall. And I can feel the pensiveness even in myself in wanting to say this, because I know maybe sometimes how YouTube viewers can get a little worried. And JC kind of looks at me like a parent look at their child, they're going to scold, he's like, do not. I'm like, okay, Ginny, we're here to talk to you about your husband, because this is very important for you. There has been something that you have known for years and years and years, and for whatever reason, you're letting it go. Do not let it go. It is not healthy for you, it is not proper for you, it is not good for you. Do not let it go, child. I know that we are here amongst people you do not know, and perhaps you are worried that there is information that is getting out, but it is not. Do not let this thing go, and do not take it lightly, child. For this is your life, and you do not know when you will be back again to live it. So please promise me here and now, child, that you will not let this go again, ever. And you're kind of looking at him, and I see you with, I don't know if it's the lighting, but you're dark haired, that's for sure, but I can't see if there's maybe a little bit of red in there somehow. Hi guys, sorry my video conked out on me, but I'll just jump back in, and that's the great thing about channeling, is that if you miss or a video goes off or something, you can jump right back in where you were. It's like a recording device. You can stop, you can rewind, you can fast forward. So my apologies to you, Janine. Okay. So Janine, I was describing what you looked like, and you were up against the wall. And JC was asking you to not let go what happened with your husband many years ago. You have allowed that to go. And JC says, yes, indeed, my child, and what I am asking you to do is to walk towards that shadow aspect and to face it and to deal with it and allow it to be, so that your own self can grow and can move forward and can be happy. And as I am saying this, I see him there, or I see him looking at you, and you stand up because you were in a sitting position against sort of the wall, and then you get up, and for whatever reason you're holding a teddy bear very close to your chest, and you're a little pensive about walking towards what is the shadow. There's like a door frame and a door, and then you see the shadow on the other side of the door, and you're pensive about walking towards it, and JC is asking you to do it for thy own self. Yes, I am, child. You can do it one step at a time, one breath at a time, and know that if you fall, I'm here to catch you, child. But this is indeed a very important step for you to take, to free up a lot of energy in your life, my love, for you to move forward, to be who you truly are. And I know in your hearts of hearts, child, you know this. You know this deeply in your hearts of heart. So one step at a time, child. And it will be what it will be. It may not be easy in the beginning, but surely in the end it will be better than what it is here today. God bless on your journey here, child. Know we are all here for you, and that we love you very deeply, very groundedly. God bless. Well, there you go. I hope that is your answer, Janine. I'm sure you are surprised, but it is a great example of how spirit works. Oftentimes, they jump in at a point in time and answer a question that perhaps you weren't looking to be answered, but perhaps it was the question you really did have, but you were just using the other question to get in. And so that is truly how spirit works, and it really was urgent for JC to come and say this to you, for he may never get the opportunity to speak to you again. So God bless you on your journey. I hope what we've said to you here helps you regarding your questions in regards to auras and moving forward on your life. All right, that is our episode for Ask Tracy, as my dog walks in here to say hello and goodbye, I guess. Our next episode is our intuitive weekly reading that happens on Thursdays, and our next Ask Tracy episode will be 4 weeks from this day, so get your questions in. You must be a subscriber to ask me a question, so please subscribe as well, and we'll see you then. Join me on Facebook and Twitter and Google Plus to continue the conversation, and the links are in the description box down below. As always, I'm always very grateful to be here with you guys. God bless. I'm Tracy for a Channelers Channel.